Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning in to my channel. My name is DeLady Designer, and today we're here with an overview of the Barnyard Animal Pack and free update 1.17 that are launching for PC on the 30th of April. For all the console edition players, you guys will have to wait a little bit longer for this pack. I'm going to guess that that is going to be somewhere in 2025, but that date has been unannounced just yet. But you guys will be getting this pack someday, so definitely stay tuned for everything that you will be getting in the Barnyard Animal Pack and free update 1.17. So this is the new scenario map to help Tiffany Summers to breathe in new life into this once neglected farm and create a thriving animal sanctuary in this New Zealand countryside. It's not like my most favorite scenario map that they've created. I guess it looks okay, but do really hope that you guys are able to create something really beautiful out of this barnyard farming area that you're seeing right over here. But before we go and check out the animals, let's just go first to all the new pieces that you will be getting with this animal pack. It's an animal pack, so yeah, we're not getting this many pieces. It's around 60 pieces, but there are some really nice ones in here. So here we have the wind pump and a water tank. These two look definitely very beautiful. I love the metal and like the red or the red I'm seeing red here and thinking at the same time like the wooden textures looks fantastic. I actually wonder, can you actually recolor it? Okay, so you can only recolor the top of it, which I don't really mind. Like the wood itself already looks amazing, so definitely some really great pieces. Would have been amazing, but I guess that's more of a Planet Coaster thing, but that this one would be actually rotating. But yeah, that's just a little side note. They do look really beautiful. So first let's go here, and something is a little bit confusing me. Like these are gates and you have these separate poles right over here to put next to the gates if you want to. I again love the wooden texture. It looks fantastic, like it really does, but we don't seem to have any other pieces that match the wood right over here, so that is a little bit of a bummer. These are only two gates and not fences. And why do I say that? Because right over here we have fences as well. These are gates. I think these are both gates. Yeah, that's a metal fence gate. This one is a metal fence gate. Obviously, it's all cosmetic, so it's not functioning as a gate, but just for the looks of it. So then you have like these beams here, or posts, I should say. And then right over here, you do have like a fence panel and a little beam as well to create these fence panels. And it confuses me a little bit because why doesn't this wooden gate have that panel as well? Because it's like fantastic. I just love the wood, love the shape, love the everything. Why don't we have the fence panels? That's the missed opportunity here, I feel. Because right over here, you have the white fence gate, a small little fence gate, a post here, and you have a 2-meter wide fence, and you have a 4-meter wide fence. So yeah, it kind of feels like they just forgot about that fence panel or something like that. Hopefully Frontier sees this and they're able to add it still, but a small little detail, I guess. Beautiful signs right over here. They do feel like being in the same style almost as the other signs that we have. I think they look really beautiful. Definitely like very generic as well. I like these type of signs the most because they work just super well in whatever type of area you create, I guess. Also, before I forget, the Ginkgo, I don't know how to pronounce that, but this tree, you can read it right over here, is also new added to the Barnyard Animal Pack. A big one, a small one, and a medium-sized one. So those are added as well. There are some more foliage stuff, but we will get there in a bit. You get this goat. I think if you finish this scenario map, you will be able to unlock it. Actually, well, I have it already, so maybe you don't. It is a different texture, I feel like, comparing to all the other statues? Weren't they like more white? Not entirely sure. What does it say here? Reward statue. It is a reward statue. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so we have this hay bale right over here. We have a pitchfork and another hay bale. Some really nice pieces here. And then how do you call this one? A wheat bundle. Also really nice if you want to go for that more farming area around your zoo. There's a huge sign here which you can recolor, but I don't think it's an edible sign, is it? So no, it doesn't look like it. So it's only a sign without the ability to be able to write your own text onto it. So right over here we have the new bin. Really cool bin. Really do like it. I don't think it's recolorable. That's yeah, well, that's because of the wood, I guess, but it's a really nice one. I would absolutely love it. It would also be like a water bucket or something like that. And then right next to it, there is the new bench right over here. I actually thought these were cushions, but it's like little blankets and they're sitting on top of some wood. So that's really cool, actually. I like that. That's really adorable. And then the picnic bench, also really cool. Again, these are not cushions, but little blankets. I love the little details. Are we able to recolor these, I wonder? No, you're not able to recolor that. This one should be recolorable. Yes, the rustic picnic canopy. I do really like the textures of this one, so definitely very, very happy with this little canopy right over here. So then moving on to these type of pieces. So we have the water pump, the weather vane, I should say, which is recolorable, which is nice because I am not like, I wish they would have just made it in the same color as this one, but I guess it's better to have it recolorable. I don't think this one is recolorable, no, because it's like a certain metal piece. This one, oh my goodness, I love this rustic wow. It looks really gorgeous. Oh yeah, really love this one. The wood and the stone right over here. Oh man, I love the stone. I wish we had more when it comes down to like this stone texture. It would have been so amazing. We have a variety here of different planters, a beautiful barrel, a bucket, milk can. Definitely some really great pieces. Obviously very thematic, so they do fit very well in this Barnyard animal pack. Well, actually, no, what I was saying, you can use these type of pieces for pretty much every area you want to create. Maybe not everything, but they're just fantastic. So what am I rambling? We have some cool wheels here, a metal one and a wooden one. Definitely some really beautiful pieces to decorate your area with. These are in-game blueprints, by the way. I didn't put them down. I just used this area for putting down all these pieces. So we have corn, leek, and turnip. So little vegetable pieces, really nice. And then you have, I wonder, maize? I think you also just say maize. We say maize in the Netherlands, so that's why I'm a little bit like how you pronounce that in English. I think maize, but I'm not entirely sure. So 1 piece, 4 pieces, 3 pieces, and then you have like this very long one. So that is very useful if you want to go for like these farm fields and just don't want to put down one by one. This is just perfect. We have some tires right over here, also really cool. I wish we had like a tractor or something like that, because that is still like matching perfectly, but I don't think we have any tractors, which is kind of pity. And then last but not least, we have the hedgerow, wild hedgerow, small one, medium size one, and a bigger size one. Also really nice, because we were totally lacking these type of pieces in here. So do really like that as well. So yeah, these are all the pieces that you are getting with the Barnyard Animal Pack. So now let's go over all the animals from the Barnyard Animal Pack, starting with this beautiful alpaca. And as expected, the fur does look a lot better now I see them in real life, so I'm definitely not too worried about that. I think the alpaca it's not my most favorite animal of the pack. Kind of put on the light torch just for a little bit because it's so dark when they are in the shadow. They look absolutely fantastic, but I don't think they are really my most favorite animal of the pack. I do like the snobbiness just like they have with the llamas, and they just look super fluffy. You really want to cuddle these guys. Really beautiful animal. Definitely do let me know what you guys all think of the alpaca down below. And then in the back right over here you can find the Crya, I think you call it, but I'm just going to call it a baby alpaca. They look super adorable. The noises that they make are also super cute, and I am really a fan of like this different fur texture that they have. Really beautiful. Just look at that little face right over here. So adorable. So definitely a very cute animal to also get in the Barnyard Animal Pack. Now let's quickly go over the Zoopedia. The alpaca is a domesticated animal. Their natural habitat is in South America and are distributed worldwide. They prefer biomes as temperate and grasslands. One adult needs 325 square meters, two need 360, three 395, and so on. Temperature requirement is -8 to 38 degrees, so that's pretty wide if you ask me. And they need a grade 2 fencing as a minimum requirement, and it needs to be higher than 1.25 meters. Species data, you can have 3 to 40 alpacas in one habitat. They are confident when it comes down to relations with humans. Now this has been changed, so some animals now have the guest can interact with it, which we will talk about later on, which is coming with free update 1.17. And just for example, the algebra giant tortoise still says guest can enter the habitat, but guests are not able to interact with these animals. So that is pretty much the difference you can find here in the Zoopedia. They can become 20 years old. Age of maturity is 3 years old. They can have a number of offspring of 1, and their reproduction in captivity is easy. Research status, you can find all the habitat enrichment items the alpaca can use right over here. Here are some fun facts about the alpaca. And they have an interspecies enrichment bonus with the hill Radnor sheep and the llama. Moving on to the Alpine Goat. One of the animals I thought like, not really sure if I would be super excited about this, but they actually look so cute, and I really do love it that there are different color patterns in the game. You mostly will find the brown ones. As far as I can tell, you can also see a lot of the brown ones in the habitat right over here. Look at that little smile on its face. It looks so adorable. Definitely need to turn on that light torch because it's right here standing in the shade, but it does look super cute. Also love the drawing on its face. Looks super beautiful. But now also just let's have a look at the little ones because I am such a fan. Okay, let's pick this one. Oh, just look at this one. Oh, it has such a cute face. Like, oh, I just want to cuddle this one the whole day. It's so freaking cute. And how it walks, it's almost like it just started walking or something like that. It's like not like completely confident or something like that. I don't know. It's just so freaking adorable, isn't it? Really, I'm in love with the Alpine Goat already. Such an adorable animal, and it looks so beautiful. And the fur texture also look really fantastic. So yeah, definitely do let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of the Alpine Goat. Do you love it or don't you? Let me know in the comments down below. So now let's quickly go over the Zoopedia. The Alpine Goat is a domesticated animal. You can find them in Europe and are distributed worldwide. Biomes, taiga, temperate, grasslands, and desert. One goat needs 390 square meters of land, two 450, three 440, and so on. They have a temperature requirement of -7 to 43, so that's even bigger white span than the alpaca. Grade 2 fencing, and it needs to be bigger than 1.25 meters. Species data, you can have 2 to 30 animals in one habitat. They are confident when it comes down to relation of humans, and guests can interact with these animals. They become around 18 years old. They become mature at 1.5 years old. The number of offspring is 1.3, and they can very easily reproduce in captivity. So right over here you can see all the things that you can unlock for these guys when it comes down to enrichment items. There are no new enrichment items in this pack, unfortunately, and here you can read some fun facts if you just pause the video and want to read them. And the interspecies enrichment bonus is with the Highland Cattle and the Hill Radnor sheep. Moving on to definitely one of my most favorite animals of this pack, the Highland Cattle. And I don't know why it is, but they just look so beautiful. Just look at the hair flowing right in front of those eyes. I think the fur looks absolutely fantastic on these animals. Let me just put on a light torch again here, just for like the dark spots if you're watching this video. And the noises they make is also very cute, although I do wonder if it's probably the same as the African buffalo. They might also have a lot of the animations from that, but definitely a very, very beautiful animal. Also, if we just go to this little calf, I mean, this is probably the biggest reason why I love them so much, because they're just so freaking adorable. Just look at this little fluffy ball. It's so cute, isn't it? And the color of the fur is just so beautiful. Oh man. Yeah, definitely I'm a big fan of the Highland Cattle. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys agree with me, if you also think that they're just so freaking adorable. So let's go over the Zoopedia information of the Highland Cattle, which is a domesticated animal. Their natural habitat is in Europe and are distributed worldwide. You can find them in Taiga, temperate and tundra biomes. One adult needs 455 square meters of land, 2 535, 3 650, and so on. They need a temperature requirement of -13 to 31 Celsius degrees. They need a grade 3 fencing, and it needs to be higher than 1.25 meters. Species data, you can have 3 to 20 in one habitat. They are confident when it comes down to relationship with humans. Guest interactions, guests can interact with these animals. They become up to 19 years old. They become mature at 3 years old. They can have a number of offspring of 1, and they are easy to reproduce in captivity. Research status, these are all the enrichment items that you can unlock for these specific animals. And here are some fun facts about the Highland Cattle. And they have an interspecies bonus with the Alpine Goat, the European fallow deer, the Hill Radnor sheep, and the red deer. So next up, we have the American Standard Donkey. This donkey actually comes mostly in this brown color variation, but there is at least one other color variation. I think it's all the way up there. I will show that one in a bit. And I actually read on the forums, but I'm not entirely sure if that is really the case, that some people said like the ears should be a lot longer for this donkey, but someone else did say like, yeah, well, it depends, like you also have smaller ears for some of these donkeys. So I'm just super curious what your thoughts are about that. I don't know much about these animals, so I don't dare to say, but the textures on these animals look super beautiful as well. Definitely a very adorable donkey right over here. So let me just show this one, because this one has a white fur with grain brown spots color variation. But what I also did notice were the very bright eyes that you see right over here. Do you see that? That looks so beautiful. I actually thought like maybe this was like some type of piebaldism, but it doesn't seem like it. But look what a cool color variation this is. It looks so beautiful. Yeah, I'm such a big fan of this texture as well. I think it definitely looks super amazing. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts about these ears. Like I don't know much about these animals, so I'm not able to tell if these details are well executed or not. So definitely let me know in the comments down below. And then right over here, we have a foal of the American Standard donkey. Oh, I hate it that you're right on the opposite side of the sun right over here. Yeah, we did turn on the light torch already. It's to blame because of the... oh, you're already going to rotate. Yeah, so don't mind this. That will be updated as soon as you get the launch version. So yeah, they don't have a little icon just yet. But yeah, this little foal also looks super adorable. I do have to say, like, the Przewalski's horse babies do look even cuter, but who cares? We have some really adorable American Standard donkeys in here. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of these beautiful animals coming to you with the Barnyard Animal Pack. Let's quickly go over the Zoopedia of the American Standard donkey, which is also domesticated. You can find them in North America and are distributed worldwide. You can find them in temperate, grassland, and desert biomes. One adult needs 500 square meters of land, 650 for 2, 800 for 3, and so on. A temperature requirement of -4 to 43 degrees. They need a grade 3 fencing, and it needs to be bigger than 1.25 meters. Species data, you can have up to 1 to 6 in one habitat. They are confident when it comes down to relationship with humans. Guests can interact with these animals. They become 35 years old. They become mature at 2.5 years old. They can have a number of offspring of 1, and they are easy to reproduce in captivity. Research status, these are all the enrichment items you can unlock for these beautiful animals right over here. And we have some fun facts about the American Standard donkey, and they have an interspecies bonus with the Hill Radnor sheep. So now let's check out the Hill Radnor sheep. Right over here we can see a male Hill Radnor sheep, which looks really beautiful. I don't think this is my most favorite animal of this pack, but it's definitely a very beautiful animal. Just look at the fur right over here. I think it looks really fantastic as well. As always, like, Frontier never disappoints us with how these animals are looking. We also have we have plenty of males and females in here. We have a female right over here. Also a very beautiful animal. I hope they're not going into the barn, but they are. So let's just go right away to some little lambs, because these guys look so adorable, don't they? Just look how cute. And they make such adorable noises as well. We have so many in here, but I think just like all the other animals, you can have quite a lot of them in one habitat. And the noises, it's so cute, isn't it? And let me know in the comments down below what you guys all think of the Hill Radnor sheep from the Barnyard Animal Pack. So quickly going over the Zoopedia, the Hill Radnor sheep is also domesticated. You can find them in Europe and they're distributed worldwide. You can find them in Taiga, temperate, and grassland biomes. One adult need 425 square meters of land, 2 480, 3 535, 4 590, and so on. -4 to 38 temperature requirement. They need a grade 2 fencing, and it needs to be higher than 1.25. Species data, you can have 3 to 50 in one habitat. They are confident when it comes down to relationship with humans. Guests can interact with these animals. They become 12 years old. Maturity at 8 months old. They can have a number of offspring of 2, and they are very easy to reproduce in captivity. Research status, you can unlock all these enrichment items for the Hill Radnor sheep, and here are some fun facts about the sheep. And they have an interspecies enrichment bonus with the Alpaca, the Alpine Goat, the American Standard donkey, and the Highland Cattle. Moving on to the Sussex Chicken. Right over here we can see this amazing rooster. I dare to say that this is probably one of my most favorite animals from the pack. I think the animations and I don't know, it just feels different from all the other animals that we have in the game, so maybe that is why. Also, just notice how the backside just wiggles sometimes when it walks, and just the movement in general. I think it looks really, really beautiful. Very excited about the Sussex Chicken, even though I still don't know exactly why, but they just look So amazing, I guess. We also have females in here. You probably are a female. Just put on the light torch right over here. So this one definitely does look different from the male, as we all know. Also looks really beautiful, just how it walks. Very, very cool animal. And we also, of course, have a lot of little chicks right over here. Just look at these little ones. They look so cute, don't they? And I do think, I know that the console players are not really able to play with that, but mod-wise, I think the chicken opens up a lot more doors when it comes down to animations and for adding more different types of birds into the game. So yeah, the Sussex Chicken is definitely very welcome as well, mod-wise, but also for the Barnyard Animal Pack, of course. It looks really, really beautiful. Definitely very excited for the Sussex Chicken. Do let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys all think of these beautiful little birds that are added in the Barnyard Animal Pack? So now let's quickly go over the Zoopedia. The Sussex Chicken is a domesticated animal. Their natural habitat is in Europe and they're distributed worldwide. Biomes are taiga, temperate, grasslands, and tropical. One adult needs 200 square meters, 2 212, 3 224, 4 236, and so on. Temperature requirement is -7 to 42 Celsius degrees. They need a grade 1 fencing and it needs to be 1.25 meters in height. Species data, you can have 2 up to 80 in one habitat. They are confident when it comes down to relationship with humans. Guests can interact with these animals. They become 6.5 years old. They become mature at 8 months old. Their number of offspring is 2 to 4, and they are very easy to reproduce in captivity. Research status, these are all the things you can unlock for these animals, and here are some fun facts about these animals. Interspecies bonus is with the Tamworth Pig, which we obviously should be checking out as well. This right over here is the Tamworth Pig, and like I expected, I am secretly very much in love with these guys. How they wiggle their ears right over here is just so adorable already. Oh gosh, are you going to swim? I think these guys do like to swim, so all right, we have a swimming Tamworth Pig. I think this one is a male. Yes, it is. We have quite a lot of them in here. I'm not sure if we are able to find a female. I don't think they look very different from each other. Oh yes. This is what I was hoping for, to see them rolling in the sand or in the mud. I actually don't have a mud bath in here. But yeah, definitely some very cute animals. Really do like how they wiggle their ears. It's so adorable. So let's see if we can find some little piglets in here, because there we go. Here's a little piglet. Also, the wiggling ears, I don't know if it's actually new or that like all like the warthog and the red river hog all have the same, but for some reason I now just notice it more than ever. But these guys still look so cute. I also really love the color scheme of them and like the fur and such. Definitely very adorable animal, don't you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are about the Tamworth Pig from the Barnyard Animal Pack. I think they look really adorable. So now let's quickly go over the Tamworth Pig Zoopedia, which is also, of course, domesticated. You can find them in Europe and are distributed worldwide. Biomes are temperate, grasslands, and taiga. 290 square meters are needed for one adult, 2 310, 3 adults 330, and so on. -10 to 38 degrees Celsius, a grade 3 fencing, and it needs to be bigger than 1.25 meters. Species data, you can have 1 to 5 in one habitat. I definitely have a lot more in here. They are confident in relationship with humans, and guests can interact with these animals. Life expectancy is 17 years old. They become mature at 1 year old. You can have a number of offspring of 2 to 5. They are very easy to reproduce in captivity. Research status, these are all the enrichment items that you can unlock for these animals, and here are some fun facts if you want to read them about the Tamworth Pig. And they have an interspecies bonus with the European European fallow deer, the red deer, and the Sussex Chicken. So now let's have a look at free update 1.17, starting with all the free items. Now they did mention on the forums an education sign, and I was looking for a sign, but thanks to Eben, thank you so much. He was like, don't look for a sign. But it's a domestication sign that you can add onto the conservation education sign. So if you're looking for it, here you go. This is a new education sign that you can add to your education information board. And this right over here is the beautiful gate that you can use now for all your habitats, which is added in the base game as well. Really beautiful gate. I can't say anything else. Absolutely love the wood here. So that is just great. So right over here we have the encounters hygiene stations, which we're going to talk about in just a minute, but you are able to add like this one with 3 hygiene stations, and there's also one separately, which I do really like these are free to place and you only need to place this in the habitat, and this one is just super nice because you can add it next to a wall or something. So I do really like it that they added this small one that you have a lot more freedom with than this one. Like this one is quite big in my opinion, but you can choose. And then right over here we have the but Leah, not sure if I pronounced that right. So 2 different bushes, and then right over here with some flowering as well. I actually thought that we already had these in game, but they look a lot like, I think these are the Alpine flowers as well. They look quite similar to it, but yeah, definitely some beautiful flowering as well. So these are all the pieces, as far as I can tell, that are free with free update 1.17. And right over here, we have a little animation of how the guests are using the hygiene station. So for what I can tell so far, they will wait until there is a group of people and then will use the hygiene station. So now let's talk about animal encounters. And you may wonder why I don't have any guests in here. I am going to show you some footage while I am talking about the animal encounters. So you know why, because it does feel like a little bit of an overkill to me. The animations definitely do look super cute, but they're like everywhere and they're not working exactly how they should be working sometimes. Animals walking through each other, guests walking through animals. It's I feel like it's a little bit of a mess, and I do hope that after the game or the pack will launch, these type of things will be tweaked a little bit more. But yeah, I guess the interactions itself are definitely very cute, and it's super nice to see. Like, obviously I'm now showing the encounters with the Barnyard animal pack, but this is part of the free update, so you will see the difference of animals like I just said right over here. So if we go into species data, you can see right now guests can really interact with these animals, but this is the Barnyard animal pack, and you can see once we go to, let's say, you can see the difference here. So this one, guests can only enter the habitat but are not able to interact with these animals. But if we go to the ring-tailed lemur, for example, which is a base game animal, guests can interact with these animals. So yeah, with base game animals, there are also interactions included, which are probably the same type of interactions that you will see with, for example, small animals are the interactions with the chickens, I think, and the bigger animals will be like the Highland cattle or the donkey, etc. But how does it exactly work? So you just build a habitat just like you always did, and you have like these guest gates that you can add to your fencing on the outside and have a path going all the way through here. So this is what they did as well with the scenario map. You have different habitats. Well, this is actually one habitat which is connected to via these particular areas, and this is a different habitat. So here are the goats, and right over here we have the pigs right now. So if you have a habitat like this with a walkthrough and some path right over here, the guests will not right away walk all over, like seriously all over your habitat, as you may have seen already in the footage that I just showed. So you click on the habitat gate, and then right over here you have the option animal encounters. So what you need to do is you need to make sure that all these check marks are fulfilled. So we have a guest gate, which is right over here. So the hygiene stations, if you click this one, the hygiene station doesn't pop up. Just that might also be changed once you guys have this pack. But if not, just search for hygiene stations and you will find both of these stations. And as soon as you put like down one of these, then this one will get this check mark, and then you're good to go. Obviously no dangerous animals, so you need to make sure, like I just shown with the Zoopedia, that animals are able to interact with them, and the animals will not flee from your guests. No, on the other way around, the guests should not flee from your animals. So if we have for example, guests will flee from red kangaroo, guests can enter the habitat. These are confident. Red fox are shy, guests will flee from. So yeah, this is the information that you will need to look at if you're not entirely sure if these are interactive animals or dangerous animals. Obviously tigers and lions and polar bears are definitely dangerous animals. But yeah, just make sure to check the Zoopedia before you are trying to get like this animal encounter in your habitat. And as soon as all 4 check marks are complete, your guests will start to roam around like crazy. And just like when you open a new habitat, and you probably have noticed that it will become super busy at that one habitat, the same will happen once you open like this animal encounter. So pretty much 80% of your whole zoo will gather and walk through that specific habitat that you're just opened, and they're walking everywhere. It definitely feels like a really big overkill, so I really do hope that Frontier will tweak it a little bit more so it actually makes a lot more sense and it's more enjoyable to have these animal encounter habitats, and that it works a little bit smoother, because it's definitely ruining the experience a little bit if guests are standing inside of animals and guests are walking through animals and animals are walking through each other. Like, yeah, it definitely, I think the idea is great. The execution at this point with this early access build at least could definitely use some more tweaks to get a better execution of the idea. Nonetheless, definitely very cute and fun idea to have these animal interactions. One thing to also notice right over here, the amount of roaming guests. You can have it on few, default, or many. I have not played around with this. It's been on few all the time, but there have been so many guests walking around. So yeah, we have to wait and see how much that will be tweaked later on. But yeah, animal encounters coming to you with free update 1.17. So this was everything from the Barnyard Animal Pack and free update 1.17. Do let me know in the comments down below, what is your most favorite animal of the Barnyard Animal Pack? What animal are you looking forward to the most? And what are your thoughts in general about the pack and the free update? Definitely let me know. I look forward to reading all your comments here. Leave a like at this video if you guys enjoyed it, and subscribe, of course, if you haven't already. Yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys all in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!